What do you got there?
Just a candy cane. It's what hot dudes do.
No, I think you have to
You're
put
doing
the.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing it the wrong way.
Oh,
is
so hot.
So hot.
It's been a long, exhausting day. Your troubles just won't go away. One thing that gets you through these is watching cheesy holiday movies. You think that you're above them, but you know that you love them. So get ready to listen. Now here comes Kevin and Kristin. Oh yeah.
Classy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Kevin, put the candy cane back in your mouth.
I took off my lights. They were blinding.
I don't know.
It's this way.
It's too steamy. It's too steamy.
Wait, hold on. You want the candy cane in my mouth so I can't talk the whole episode?
Yeah.
Who else
Mike
is going
and
to
I'll
talk
just-
over you guys?
We'll keep it moving. So I have a funny anecdote before I'll welcome everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 4 of Remark. I am one of the hosts, Chris.
I am one of the hosts, Kevin.
And I'm another host and button pusher extraordinaire, Mike G. I'm also going to adjust my lighting a little bit, but yeah, keep going.
So my anecdote is that our friend Tom England of Comedy Sports Philadelphia,
I know this. He told me, but go on.
which is hilarious, is taking some sort of writing course, and
Screenwriting
one of
class,
the classmates wants to write a Hallmark style movie. So she was given by Tom our podcast show to watch, and her favorite thing is the way that Kevin and I talk to each other.
We've known each other a very long time.
And I said, that's so sweet, but also, should we be nicer to each other? Probably not.
I also realized I have you completely flipped. Sorry, viewers at home. That
Whoa!
Yeah.
That was
Whoa, I'm
weird.
Kevin.
Start it over.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Kevin, I really like that flame.
It's been
a
no.
long,
We don't have time for that.
It's so long. It's so
Or-
long. It's a good song.
Wow.
It's so long.
Yeah, we have to get through 4 movies. Do you
A lot
want
of
to?
plot plops.
So many plot plops.
Yeah.
Whew. Kevin.
Let's do it. Just get right into it. The first movie we had was on Thursday, November 9th, on the Movies and Mysteries channel, aka Miracles.
Miracles.
Christmas.
Miracles.
New to town, Heidi Wicks and her kids discover a Christmas mystery in their historic home. Local handyman and historian David helps along the way, finding his own surprising connection. Directed by Alan Harmon, who directed Dating the Delaney's, which we absolutely loved, Never Kiss a Man in a Christmas Sweater, which we absolutely loved, and Jingle Bell Bride, which I think we absolutely loved. Written by Mark Hefty, who wrote A Dickens of a Holiday.
Mhm.
And I believe this has multiple writers, so I'm not sure what roles they had. But Kevin Duda, who has done, I think, a lot of I don't know if they're shorts or what, but I think this might be their first feature. And then Robert Bastrone, who I could not find any other credits for, but starring Erica Serra. Maybe? Is that how you say it? From The 100 and Supernatural, Chris.
That's what the
You're
100
darn
the
right
100.
I know who
Yeah.
this is.
And
Love it.
Family Law.
I knew I recognized it.
Remember we thought we invented Family Law. We did not. And of course,
Yeah.
the ever gorgeous Victor Webster. A Christmas Tree Catastrophe and The Wedding Veil trilogy, as well as 5-star
Yeah.
Christmas.
Love it.
Look at that guy. That's a good looking dude.
I mean, that's a
Good
good
looking
looking dude.
It's just
That's
a good-looking dude.
Let's save it.
Wait,
Save it to the end of
Save
the
it.
episode, everybody.
say that.
Or if you're watching now, check out our chapters. You can skip ahead to the end. It still counts as a view. Still counts as a view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen. The body count is ample in this episode.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to watch. Yeah.
Are we getting right into it? Because
I don't see why not.
I think this one we are mixed feelings on,
Okay.
but I loved it. I loved it.
I did too.
I really,
Oh!
it's. I don't want to show my cards, but it's my favorite one of the weekend. So,
Whoa!
yeah.
I thought you hated it some reason, Mike.
I didn't want. I skipped it. I didn't watch it Thursday or Friday. It's the last one I watched, which maybe is. I don't know.
Maybe that's the formula.
No,
Yeah.
but no, I judge them, and this is my favorite. But yeah, let's get to it.
Can we talk about great jobs by David?
I didn't even notice this. This is crazy that you found.
I didn't see this either. Kevin, do you
No.
have like laser beam eyes?
That's all I do. I just focus in on the minutia. So restore, renovate, refurbish, and repair.
It's funny that you got this because at the end of the movie, she takes his historical director of historical society job, and the whole time I was like, wait, what's his actual job?
Yes.
He never does.
I definitely felt like I missed something at the beginning because I made a cup of tea and I came back and I was like, wait.
No. Yeah.
Well, why is he still helping the historical society?
He's a nice dude. That wasn't what he wanted to do. He wanted to restore things. So he has a hammer and he nails down one board that kicks off the whole thing.
Listen, that hammering of things was amazing because it was like, this is gong gong gong, row, boom boom boom. He was like fixing the frame while he was talking. I was like, fix more things.
At the behest of Linda. Thanks for the warning, Linda is her full name.
Yeah, this is...
There she is.
Lovely.
She was great.
She always had a delightful brooch, and I appreciate a brooch.
She was great. I didn't like her at the beginning, but she grew on me more and more.
I like that they, with the exception of that foot in the mouth moment, that was the only clash between the two of them.
Yeah. No clashes in this.
Yeah, I dug that. I also liked, I did want to point out, there he is. He's got his toolbox. And I wanted to point that out because this gave me Gilmore Girls feels. Because there's Luke with his toolbox. Can you name Luke's toolbox? Can anybody?
I have never watched an episode of Gilmore Girls.
Yes.
It is called Franklin T. Toolsevelt.
I'm loving. Listen,
that's like
I was going to say it's a Sesame Street character, and that sounds like a Sesame Street character, but this is a main Sesame Street character.
Is it Gonzo?
Bert?
Correct. It is Bert.
That's cute.
Yeah. Good work.
Did anyone else think that this house and the door looked really fake?
Yeah, when it shook, right?
What?
When it shook, remember when it shook initially when she couldn't get it and it was
I felt like this right here
was a set.
It looked like a set, like a very much like it looked like I was watching. It was a
good point. That's a good point. There was a lot of time, and we're about to get to it, right? Because they go, they go on a treasure hunt. So there are times where they're in different parts of things, like they're in the attic, they're in the thing out back. And I'm like, I don't know if this is all one place. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I get it. Like this house needed to look historical, and finding a shoot, the place to go, and with the front of a house and the back looking cool because it was like the swapsy thing. So, this is no diss. It's just like that threw me every time someone went to the front door because I was like, are we watching a play? Like that's what I saw every time.
If they had two more doors, it would be a farce, but this was no farce. This was a mystery.
A genuine mystery.
It was. And the mystery had to do with DDPVCCDB.
Who figured it out the moment they got the clue?
I never did. I didn't until they explained it.
Are you serious?
I didn't get it either. I thought it was I didn't think it was a video game thing, but all it made me think of was up, up, down, down, right, left, start, which is a famous cheat code in video games.
But they found a reindeer with D3 on it.
Yeah.
It took me a while.
I thought it was a chess move. I was
until the kid said all of them. Yeah, I didn't realize it was the.
I'm working with a bunch of idiots.
I'm a sucker. For mystery.
Listen, wait till we get to. We'll get to it. But yeah, so then we have David's father comes to town very quickly. upon hearing of this mystery within the house that he told David, don't ever go in.
Yeah.
There he is. Fred Anderson. Fred
still looks like it could be from The Shining.
Yeah,
or from
spooky.
like any of the Insidious movies.
I think it's more goosebumpy. I feel this is
goosebumpy. Okay, sure.
It's because it's got, but yeah, soft lighting.
Oh,
It's great. Good
that
relationship.
man is wearing Tyler Hines's blue cardigan.
It was a good relationship between dad and son. I appreciated that, as opposed to having, again, any kind of contentiousness. The dad didn't want to really talk about things, so he flew from Florida to wherever this was, Connecticut, I'm going to say.
Wait a minute,
Yeah,
very
it was close
important
to Boston.
question.
It was close to Boston.
How long did it take you two ding-dongs to realize that this
Immediately.
father was okay? Good.
Immediately, yeah.
The like person that was supposed to be going.
I thought it was going to be like the neighborhood friend or so. Like I thought it was going to be like the next door neighbor or something, and it was the girl that he was like friends with was the one that died. But
Well,
Gotcha.
spoiler alerts, everybody who's watching.
yeah, so I will say one of the things that so they had door on the back of the one mistletoe painting and wall on the other one, and as soon as they said Dorothy and they said Walter. And I had already looked, because I do this stuff in advance. I had done IMDb, and they had his name as Wallace. So as soon as I said door and wall, I was like, "Oh, that's his house."
Marvel would have never let that happen. They would
No, never.
would have been uncredited for as long as they
Okay, listen, there's a Shrek 5 coming out, and we all know this because of someone's LinkedIn. So
There was a 3 and 4.
There were.
yeah, they were good.
What?
Come on. They were good. 3 wasn't.
Wait a minute. We mentioned someone dying?
Who's dead? Who's dead? There's a dead. Flash hit alert.
Yeah. So you have a dead sister in Dorothy. She died when she was young, which automatically means David's aunt, even though he never knew her. But still, that counts. That's his aunt. So
That counts.
One element. Oh, what are we up to here?
let's talk about it. Okay, so again, we started this week off with a body count of 12, which is impressive because we've only had 11 movies to date.
Yeah.
This brings us up to 13. So it's adding up pretty quick. So I don't want to be that person, but I do need to go back ever so briefly, Mike, because there is something in this movie, and we all know my feelings towards it. They slow dance to Christmas music, and you all know I hate that. I
love it.
I didn't realize you hated it.
Oh man, Kristin knows. Stop it, Kristin! Stop it!
Jingle bell, jingle bell.
Well, they could have saved it. They could have saved it to the like actual party. You know what I mean? I think it's okay for people to dance Christmas music at parties. I think it's awkward for them to dance Christmas music alone.
I think it's funny, Mike, that you
a party.
Well, Mike just said, he goes, I didn't know you hated that. I've talked about it, and Mike has literally said exactly that. It's okay to dance to it at parties, and I still say, no, it's not.
Oh man, we're redundant.
Sit down and appreciate it, and that's it.
I don't know.
Do we so here's the joy of this. We had an ex-husband show up
We did.
Yeah.
who I thought like was not needed.
No.
Does that make sense? Like I felt
Absolutely.
like he could have like the kids could have been dropped off or she could have just got them at the airport. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I felt like he if he's going to be there, make him a bigger dick. Do you know what I mean? But then the dick of the movie was our deputy mayor.
Oh, the deputy mayor.
Can I tell you how beautiful it was when the mayor herself stepped up, smacked him down? It was so good.
Did
That was
she
hilarious.
have?
That was
Wait a
hilarious.
minute.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember by that point in the movie why she had like. Did she have like hip surgery or something? And like she was taking a break?
They explained nothing. This was completely out of left field.
Okay.
The only person you had heard speak was her. I don't know if it was like her significant other or
I think so.
caretaker or whatever.
In my mind, I gave this woman a double hip replacement. So when she came to the meeting and stood up, it was like, no.
No, I thought it was like just a boot on her foot. Like she slipped on some ice.
Oh,
her husband,
okay.
I think it's her husband, partner, whatever, Harold is who we're talking about. And I respected Harold because when David's father, when Wallace first comes back to the house and he's lurking around, Harold is the type of neighbor you want. And he's the type of neighbor I have, and I love it because he's very nosy, and immediately like, what do you think you're doing over there? And it was awesome. And it was fine. It was fine.
No, I don't mind it if they're looking out for you. Our neighbors did that once when we had our friend cat sit for us, and they were like, "Who are you?"
I love it.
To our friend.
It was also like preserving the mystery of the house. Like I feel like they knew the story as well, and like because when he was like, "Oh, people live there now," there were little seeds planted. You know what I mean? Throughout. That's why I liked it. I thought there was an interesting storyline throughout with the mystery. So.
I think
even though the deed was kind of a non-storyline.
Yeah, I mean, this was
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So we hear about like the deed, and the house that Heidi is living in is owned by the town because the deed went missing, which that's not really how that works, but let's pretend it is. And, it's very Mary Poppins Part 2 or The Return of Mary Poppins or whatever it's called. It's a very similar plot line. But what ends up happening is the deed falls out of a book that Wallace is reading. Twas the Night Before Christmas, which is the end. By the way, huge spoiler. Huge. Should have said that first.
Oh no, yeah.
Sorry,
people that are watching us already watched this.
Have they, or they're not going to? Perhaps.
And that's the father. There's the father back there.
That's
not the father. That's his father. That's
what I mean. Yeah, the grandfather.
Oh, okay.
No, that's James Caan. Like that's.
Yes, it's Scott. That's what we said. It's Scott Caan's father. Is what we meant.
Here's one thing. If you're gonna make a mystery in a house that has like clues and a dead sister, what were we missing? A ghost.
Yeah, it was missing some ghosts. It was missing a ghost.
It may have had a ghost. Tune back in at Halloween and we'll find out.
I was okay with it.
Yeah.
But we do have a kiss.
There it is. Yeah.
Jingle bell.
Under the mist.
Listen, because it's Victor Webster, I will allow the dancing at Christmas. But that's it. He's the only one.
Oh.
And whomever he dances with, whoever his partner is.
This was my favorite movie of the weekend because it was set during Christmas time, clearly, but it was not all about Christmas. I mean, listen, the clues were clearly Christmas driven with but it felt like it could happen any time of the year, sort of, and would have been the same story just in a different time, which I like. And I think Victor Webster is awesome. He's like a man. He's not like a pretty boy lead. Thought she was great. From the 100. I don't know. I thought the story with the was very endearing. Like I was a little like, wait a minute, this guy never told his son this stuff, but the way he explained it kind of like made sense.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. And it I don't know, brought a little tear to my eye at the end. So
I also like the side plot of Linda and Harold.
Great.
Romance.
So good.
Will they or won't they situation? I do want to at least acknowledge that, yes, we understand that they have this tree. It's like a memory tree, and people put their
tribute tree, Kevin.
Tribute tree. My bad. Tribute tree. The alliteration. They put the ornament with a picture of their loved one. We can't count all them. That I feel like that's a little like the mayor. My God. Could you imagine? Our body count would be insane.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. But I feel like we might get someone saying, "Whoa, what about the deputy mayor's mother?" And they technically never said she had died. He just said, in memory of her, she might have disowned him because he is a dick. So,
yeah. She lives in the next county over, and she's actual mayor there.
I thought this was like a real sad death, though, too. Like the deaths we make fun of them a lot because it's sort of just like thrown. It's a plot, right? They're like, it's a reason for like them to move or do things. This was like really like a tragic child dying, and then for the father to like realize they were and leave the whole trail for the son. Oh man, I don't know. I thought it was
wild.
Good. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice one. It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Are you a love, Kevin? We both are love.
I'm a love. Yeah. I love
this next one. Kevin's gonna lose his.
No, I'm not. This is going to divide us.
Well, we have to see my favorite scene first.
Oh, please.
Of course, my favorite scene. It's a mystery. It takes place in an old house. So I love the part where the boy and the girl like go up in the attic to check out the rhyming clues that they found. Yeah. So of course, there's this scene. Oh man. Oh, it's Jumanji. That was Jumanji.
I was so close to us getting in trouble.
Right on time.
This next one we talk about, I was going to send Mike like one of these because I'm hoping, I have it written down here.
Yeah.
I hope for this next movie, Mike has one and it matches what I would have chosen as well.
Listen, let's get into it.
A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure.
We are talking about Friday night, November 10th at 8:00. We have Everything Christmas, which again, how's that font make you feel, Chris? Are you loving it?
Listen, I understand what they were doing. I'm not mad at the color choice. I'm not
I also
mad.
noticed I cut off the couple letters, but whatever.
What I'm mad at is the choice of, like, I get it, but because
Well, let's get into it. Here's the plot, and then Chris will tell you about fonts and the serifs that she loves. Lori Joe's love of Christmas takes her on a road trip to Yuletide Springs with her roommate, Tori, where Christmas is celebrated year-round. To participate in a long-standing town tradition to honor her late grandmother. Now, Mike, I don't know if you heard it.
it's an ornament.
The ornaments.
Yeah, listen, the ornament, I'm sure, is going to be fine. Don't worry about it.
It'll be. She keeps it safe in that green 2001 purse she carries around.
With a cardboard box. Like, what has ever defeated cardboard? Also going to happen again in another movie later.
Who stars in this movie, Kevin?
I'm not even going to give you the rest of the description. This was directed by Marnie Bannock. We'll say Bannock. This is their first Hallmark Christmas film. T. Booker James, who also wrote a film called A Welcome Home. Jeez, I can't even speak.
Kevin, do you want to take a break? Or?
Yeah, let me drink some water. This was their first Hallmark Christmas movie as well. So we have Catherine Burrell as Tori, a.k.a. Victoria from Wyatt Earp and A Tale of Two Christmases.
Love her.
Yeah, she's great. Nice. We have Cindy Busby as LJ, a.k.a. Lori Joe from Crown Prince of Christmas. Oh. We have, Chris, say this one with me because we always have a fun time. We have Corey Sevier as Zach with a CK from Noel Next Door. I will say this. I like that he played a good guy in this because Noel Next Door, he was kind of a grump. We have Matt. You guys, I hate this movie. I get it. And we have Matt Wells as Jason.
These are the best 4 pictures of actors you've found yet, Kevin, for this movie, for this one. They're beautiful headshots. Anyway.
That's what it is. Hallmark gave us very few assets for this, I'll be honest.
Hallmark gives us assets?
No, the assets I steal. They gave us, the general public, very few. Listen, LJ quits her job, because Randy is the worst.
Can I have to share with you, because we're doing Hallmarkable, and we had our first rehearsal Sunday, and we open in like a week. Thank you so much for coming, the 25th of November. But what it is we had worked on like the opening scene, which in our show is the boss talking to lead one, telling them they can't celebrate Christmas because they have to do this and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And literally I came home from that rehearsal and this movie had exactly what we were working on. And then we worked on the phone call, which is the like, I can't be here because I have to go do this. And this is Christmas.
You're cutting out?
Yeah. That was exactly the conversation she had with her roommate when they got back home, which was like, my grandma, this ornament.
Yes. I mean, that is the entire plot.
I mean, the entire plot is like, I'm not mad at it because I love the formula. I actually got really giddy because I was like, Kevin is so happy.
Can I tell you? Well, because I love magic. I love a Santa, but let me give you guys something. Because here's the thing, and I've read a lot of different reviews. We follow a lot of awesome reviewers on Instagram, and nobody liked this movie but me. And I think you guys all missed out on some stuff. So let me just throw a couple things at you.
We only have 7 minutes, Kevin.
That's totally fine. I only need 6, Michael.
Yeah.
Okay, correct. All right. So we met Zach with the CK. He meets Lori and Lori Joe, or LJ. LJ, interesting, like MJ, but LJ and Tori. Stay with me, Chris. Trust me on this. Mike knows what all the assets are. He's like, I hate your guys.
Right. Here he is. Here they are meeting.
Yeah, this is them meeting.
Oh my god, my sweater. Oh my god, your sweater. Oh my god.
His sweater is the filthy animal, which is awesome. It's a Home Alone sweater in this.
All right.
But so Zach and Lori are very symbiotic because of their love of Christmas, not to be confused with symbiotes or here we have it. Yes, symbiote. Yeah, like Venom.
That is the furthest stretch you've ever made.
Is it? Well, then can we just jump ahead since you guys don't want to review this? Here's Santa Claus.
Right.
Let me explain Santa to you because we know his name is Kris Kringle.
Right.
It turns out it's not Kris Kringle, but it is Chris. And I tell you, Chris stands for creature. What's the R? I forget what residing in space.
Oh.
This whole thing is about aliens. The whole movie is about aliens. The guy is an alien. And you know how I know that? When he sends Tori to get a postcard, if you bring that up, Michael.
Yeah, I got you.
There's a pamphlet sitting on that table about alien autopsies that are being done down. There it is. It really is about aliens. I did not do that. That was in the movie. Santa Claus is an alien from outer space. You all were like, oh, this movie's messed up, guys.
Listen, the only thing that I appreciate about your theory is that you're assuming outer space is involved, because the clip that I hope Mike has to deal with a movie that takes place in outer space and has fortune cookies.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
My gosh.
Is that what was your favorite scene from this movie?
We're just cutting right to it.
Yeah, we're going right to it.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, there's of course the scene where Santa, who is an alien, meets the Martians. So that was my favorite scene of the movie.
We have another Earth person that wants to see you.
What?
Yeah.
That's his laugh too. That's the laugh that the guy plays Santa does.
It was aliens.
Creepy. He's like, ha ha ha. He doesn't really know how to ho ho ho. And ho ho ho's like ho ho ho, but he was like ho 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 ho, like it was an alien pretending.
He's learned from abducting mall Santas how to assimilate him. But hold on, we do have to at least address this part of this movie, even though I know you guys want to move on, because we had some situations going on here. Obviously, we know about dead grandma, but don't forget that Pastor Olivia is missing a sister, and her nephew Jason is missing a mother.
Oh God. So what could that mean?
I don't know. Is that something we do? Filling for time.
It's definitely in there.
Filling for time.
Wait, let me get the candy cane again.
Yeah, get the candy cane in there. It's queued up, kind of, but there it is. Here we go. All right. Sister / mom alert.
Perfect.
It's sister / mom.
Seam left.
Right, so that's 2 because we're bouncing around a lot. So that we added 2.
There were 2 in this one, which brings us up to a total of 15.
15.
Yeah.
Which means we are increasing exponentially, guys.
Yeah.
This weekend, heavy body.
Heavy stuff.
I liked this movie. This is my review. It's worth your time.
Listen.
I don't appreciate any of your time, clearly, but I liked it because I like Magic Santa.
I will get
just a little touch of magic.
Kristin, I think that Mike was abducted while we were recording.
I think Santa Santa got him.
Listen, hey, you know what? That sounds like the work of Belschnickel. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Or finally, it's not Jesus magic, it's Santa magic.
Or alien magic.
Alien Santa magic.
Or alien Jesus magic.
No.
Hey, did you like the part where she tried to hang the ornament, though, and she fell off the ladder?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Break the heart?
Wait a minute. Maybe Mike fell off a ladder.
He was hanging up an ornament.
Mike, don't hang ornaments while we're recording.
Yeah. Broken ornaments, Belschnickel, and Heidi. Those are common themes throughout all of...
Wait a minute. Are we blaming the Germans again?
Listen, we always blame the Germans. They have a lot to answer for. I think let's get back.
Okay, bye. Mike.
Oh,
Ugh.
my goodness.
Are you
It's
okay?
It's all I wanted for Christmas.
Yeah, Santa really gave it to me up there.
Really?
The aliens really gave it to me.
Oh,
Up
there
there.
you go,
Not
there you
Santa.
go.
The North Pole, if you will.
Uh,
I whispered in a creepy Santa's ear, "Give us Mike back," and
And here you are,
dreams come
Christmas
true.
magic.
Where were we? All right, we didn't like
I
this.
don't
Did
know.
anyone- I thought this movie was bizarre. It was bizarre, like in a weird way, and not bizarre enough to make it like a bad movie, fun
Right.
bizarre, like Santa Claus versus the Martians. Just not.
It
good.
just was like, what?
It was bizarre.
If you're gonna have a magic Santa, have a magic Santa.
he was magic.
Yeah, it was like they were. Well, the whole thing was like, no, like was it him or I don't know.
Yeah.
And then
This-
and then the ball came back at the end. I don't know.
This does go back to an interview we did. It's the first interview Chris and I ever did with Remark with a gentleman named Jay Black who wrote a Christmas film. And he said they don't like magical Santa. They don't like magic like that. So and
Yeah.
we've seen a little bit of magic already this year that, so this one, they were like, no.
We do have to acknowledge the bros talking. I forgot.
Yo, Rose,
I want
hose.
all women to know this is what men who have met each other that day do when they talk about women is they get 9 inches away from each other's mouths and they
Okay,
talk
good.
about those women.
Good. I have always
We
wondered
better
that,
report
Kevin.
video.
Thank you for clearing that up.
I may have broken the bro code, but I don't care.
No, because us ladies are on top of each other when we talk about men. Did you see how close they were? Not sexually, Michael.
I didn't.
I know. I went. I feel I'm so ashamed that I went.
I just went
more man
"Yeah,
about it.
wow,
Went
wow,
more man
wow."
about it. Speaking of,
When does the
Thank
pillow
God
fight
we're
involve?
moving on.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. It wasn't.
So moving on to Christmas Island.
For those, just so for anyone, if we kept that joke in or not, we had our video cut in the middle there. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
It's Christmas Island, Saturday, November 11th, 11/11, make a wish, at 8 o'clock, when a snowstorm diverts Kate's first private flight en route to Switzerland to Christmas Island. She must team up with an air traffic controller to secure her dream job as the family's pilot. This was directed by David Weaver, director of Late's Camera Christmas and Butlers in Love. Watch our Butlers in Love review. It was a lot of fun. It was all three of us. Yep. And written by Samantha Herman, who wrote a little something called A
I've
Fable.
got a fabled holiday.
I'm so glad we could bring that back. And this stars Rachel Scarston as Captain Kate from The Royal Nanny, which I loved. Chris, you loved as well.
Loved.
And a gentleman by the name of Andrew W. Walker as Oliver from the Curious Cater series, Three Wise Men and a Baby, and
Whoa.
Friendship.
And friendship.
Yeah, he's our friend. Yeah.
Can I talk now?
Please, you do it.
Okay, so listen, you know how we are always like, someone's always in finance or marketing or whatever. We had a pilot
Yep.
and an air traffic controller.
So good.
I loved the journey for this. It was different. And all right, it wasn't that different.
Oh, I'm not saying
But-
that. I'm talking about loving the journey.
But listen,
Listen.
I didn't what I loved is that Andrew Walker played a character that was too goofy and it was so
Oh.
sexy. I loved it.
And I say, I agree after the first 8 minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh, sure, he's a jerk to start.
It doesn't make sense. And this drove me crazy because Kate, we will find out, does not like Christmas. But as a pilot, she's doing all this Christmassy stuff. Like, I don't see any reindeer up here. We're about to have hot cocoa. And he, who loves Christmas, is like, we don't mess around on the reindeer. What?
That's
If
a
you
good- yeah.
start this movie 8 minutes and 45 seconds in, which is about when he has them land, their characters are in line with who they are the rest of the film.
Kevin, I disagree with you. Do you want to
Go
know
on.
why?
I do want to know
Because
why.
later in the film,
Go on.
Sweet Oliver expresses how much fear he has around flying, and therefore the reason he took this job is to protect people.
Is that what he does?
Oh,
That's what he does.
Wait, I need to get Kevin.
You need
Jesus.
as a Belschnickel.
Where did you get that?
What are you talking about? You don't have one of these lying around.
You just own that willy-nilly?
Listen, I own a lot of weird crap. I know, I get what you're saying. But they really didn't even lean into that too much, because you're talking about the fact that our dear friend Oliver has lost a brother-in-law. His sister has lost a husband, and his nephew has lost a father. The trifecta!
Whoa! It's a dead dad alert.
No. That's the
Dad alert.
next one.
Oh,
That's Kate is dealing with the dead dad alert.
right.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's one.
There it is. Dead husband, dad, brother-in-law, son-in-law alert. Dead husband, dad. I thought you were setting up my
Yeah, that's two. And then we also find out Oliver is afraid of flying because his mom died. I don't know how that one worked, but so we do also have. I know it takes a little while. When
what did we play already? What did we play? Dead mom.
Yeah.
Dead mom.
Nailed it.
Dead mom alert. Dead mom alert.
That's 3, baby.
Exponentially. Yep. Third movie, 3. Yeah. So that brings us to a grand total of, if I'm not mistaken, 18. Is that right?
18.
I didn't get it. What's the one where you wrote all the different things they meant? Because they just kept saying it was that person meant so many different things to different people.
Yeah, because
like 3 characters. Yeah.
He was. You find out. I was going to do Dead Kevin alert because that was his name, but then I was like, that's
Kevin.
Oh, I don't want.
We're up to 18, baby. John McClane, we're on your tail.
We're not even going to make it to Thanksgiving. So.
Yeah. Okay. So
Christmas Island. It's quaint. It's a cute town,
it's
man.
cute. It's cute. What I liked about it was we also had, again, a little bit more of an ensemble cast. I'm really digging these. Oh no, did we freeze again? Oh, there we are. And like, it's just, I liked watching the dad's journey to remembering he liked building things, mom's journey to liking sewing things, the kids finding a purpose, the little boy just being a little boy.
Yeah. Well, bonding with his sister.
Bonding with his sister.
I agree. Callie, the daughter, to me, one of the best scenes is between Jim, the postmaster, who is also Oliver's father and the mayor's father, and Callie. It was just really sweet. And there's Jim.
There he is.
Can I tell you when I thought it was Lee Majors for a second when I was like, oh my God.
I thought this guy, has he not been in other Hallmark movies? Because he appeared like someone that would be.
He was just in Christmas by Design. He was the guy who unraveled the lights.
Yes, he's the dad in Christmas by Design. That's what he was.
He just plays dad,
Peter,
which is
Peter
great.
McNeil. Yep,
got it.
Here's something that if we get Andrew on, I need to ask him. First of all, was it his idea to do the candy cane? That's great. But my real question is, why did he have a flip phone?
Oh, they're back in.
What?
Yeah, the folding phones are back in. They look like
but this was like not one of those cute, like if I folded this in half one, right? It was like a Nokia. You know what I mean? Like that made me laugh because he used his phone multiple times because he had to keep checking the weather and from the control. And I was like, what do we do? Is Christmas Island like not up to date?
I guess because they wanted him to always call and not look, right? So it made sense to not.
Oh, maybe.
So he had to have old technology.
Maybe.
I thought, Chris, you were going to ask what was up with this scene that Kevin brought up.
Whoa!
Yeah.
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
Kevin,
what is going on here?
What? Kevin, is that why you're vegan? Because they put Santa hats on lobsters?
Yeah, dude. Listen, this is why the aliens, this is why I like the last movie. I'm rooting for the aliens. You bunch of monsters eating those sweet little, or maybe the lobsters are the aliens.
Yeah.
Real.
So something that's cool is that I liked that we got to see the location a lot of this place.
Like this one.
That we got to see like towns that are like fishing towns and catching towns. They do this, and they get so tall.
Yeah,
and like what a fun tree lighting! Like that's so cool.
The buoys. Another tribute tree.
Another tribute tree.
I will say
2 buoys were put on it. It looked like.
Yeah, no, there were more. There were more already up.
Oh, they were last.
Yeah,
okay.
But yeah, and the mayor even says, anybody else is welcome to, but we got to move this thing along. We got things to do. So Christmas Island, they talk. There is a history of it, and Andrew Walker in the scene where he and Kate, where Oliver and Kate are driving down the road, explains like the history of Christmas Island. I will say that I could not find any information about that Christmas tree on Christmas Island. They do that, I know, in Barrington, a lot of Nova Scotia, they're very fishing towns, but I couldn't find Christmas Island. But I do want to talk very quickly about the stamp, because that is a legit real thing with Christmas Island. That post office stamp was something that Canada did. This is what they did for the movie. That's the real stamp right there.
Oh.
And I thought that was just a really cool thing. And that is what they do, is they get thousands of packages a day mailed to them, literally for them to stamp and resend out. So it's just such a
that is really special. And I really do think it's pretty cool that the girl helped and was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like,
that was very adorable.
That was very adorable. Also,
and then, come on.
There he is. Honestly, I don't even care what this movie was about. This man crushed it in this movie.
This is what saved the movie for me. This scene, not saved the movie, but this scene was as good as the rest of the movie.
So
worth it.
Freaking funny. And
he needed a whip. If he had a whip, because that's what Bell Schnickel does. He whips kids. So they've cleaned it up. Homer Simpson will no longer choke Bart, we know now. And
I see.
Bell Schnickel cannot whip children. He can only, I guess, chastise them.
Something amazing happened in this film that I believe should continue to happen in films.
Yeah.
Is we had Kate wake up with messy hair and no makeup on.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you. But like, these women are clearly already stunning. So why do we, you know what I mean? Like, it just was like, sure, she probably had foundation. She probably had camera makeup on, but she didn't have like makeup. And
like us, like we are all clearly made up right now to look as beautiful as we possibly can.
I am, you D-bag.
I am too. Look at me.
But yeah, I thought that was cool. I don't know if that was the actress Rachel's like being like, oh, I'm just going to do this. Or if it was, you know what I mean? Like, these are important choices. Keep making these choices.
Well, how then did you feel about, because there was a complaint online that a lot of the beautiful dresses and stuff were covered with jackets, the practicality of your cold. However, we do see Kate or Rachel in that very low cut red dress, very beautiful. She's got to be freezing cold based on what he's wearing. So
it's true. I do wonder if before the final cut, there was each of the women came down in their dress to show it. And then I understand. Well, here's the funny thing. This woman that made these dresses is from Los Angeles, where she goes to events and can wear dresses like this.
Yeah.
She didn't even think oh, this event is outside. We need coats.
In Canada.
Yeah. But stunning. Look at her. Stunning. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what else is stunning?
Tell me.
Secret Santa. How about a secret creepy Santa whisper? All Santas are aliens. We know.
Look at him. He looks angry about it.
Yeah. She's saying, kill all the earthlings. He's like,
he looks this guy looks like the Santa from that clip, the Santa versus the Martians guy.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the weather though? And her being warm in her dress, because every morning, this is the thing that irked me a little about the movie, is every morning she would look down at her thing and it was like, really bad storm. He would go out and it was like a beautiful, crisp autumn day on the water, and I was like, oh, it must be further off. Or
I think it was that it was over the ocean.
It was up. Yeah,
it was up. The wind.
Sure.
But it should have been at least snowing.
Yeah,
It did
could
once
have
in a
been
while. Every once in a while, they would put some CG snow in. But also, it was in Fahrenheit for the Americans. Typically in Canada, it's Celsius. So
True.
that was nice for us because we don't know.
We were like, I don't understand.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, it's like, 2 degrees out? What's
Is everybody okay? Oh.
Yeah.
snowing? Yep.
Snowing there.
And they had 2 kisses. Their first kiss was cute too.
Yeah.
This movie didn't deserve. I didn't like. It didn't deserve to be as good as it. I found myself watching it.
It's because of Andrew and Rachel. Like
It's because like their relationship was really good. Their performance was good. They actually like talk. You were talking about Mystic Christmas, Kevin, as one of your favorite. Like where it felt like they were talking things out. I felt that in this here. So what was a very silly premise, and like I don't know if I'd like care about like, oh, let's watch that one again because it was so fun. It was just like nice. Oh, I don't know. I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay.
I did also like that they kind of acknowledge at the end, what happens now. And they did that in Everything Christmas as well, where it's like, you don't necessarily have to define out the path that the rest of this relationship is going to take.
Yeah.
People can kind of add their own little bits to it. So.
It's funny because the folks online are always like, I wish they would all do a recap like they did with like 3 Wise Men and a Baby so we can see what it's like a year or 2 later. And I'm like, use your imagination.
Well, and I get that, but if they do that, then you're not going to see them in other films. And if that's what you want, then it'll just be essentially Evergreen Christmas. It'll be the tale that continues to go, but you're not going to get new films every year. So
True.
Okay.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They look good together.
I just think and also all the behind the scenes photos that she posted on her socials.
That's actually my favorite scene, Chris. I don't know if you've seen this scene. Shout out to Rachel.
Oh my God. Is that your favorite?
My favorite scene is when they do their reimagining of Backstreet Boys.
Yes,
I want it that way. Yeah.
Brilliant.
We'll get flagged, by the way.
So good.
On at Rachel.
We have that on our Instagram as well. So
nice.
It's like I just want to know, like, who thought of that? Who was like, you know what we should do?
The Backstreet Boys.
I believe it being her. I feel like it was.
I think it was probably her. Yeah, but I felt bad because like Andrew was clearly not at that first day of shooting, so he was just in like a separate time.
Yeah.
And it actually made it very funny because he was just part of it, but not really. And also, one of them was wearing the AJ goatee.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like that.
No, not like that guy.
Like that. We've got one more.
One more.
So Sunday, November 12th at 8 o'clock, Heidelberg. Oh, we'll get a Heidelberg Holiday. A lot of Heidelberg set in this film. If you do a drinking game every time they say Heidelberg, you are now dead.
Yeah. Oh.
Spoiler, the only dead person from this movie then.
No dead people.
Nobody. The body count stays at 18 this week.
Unbelievable.
Yep. Heidi Heidelberg receives the dream opportunity to sell her beautiful handmade glass ornaments at the prestigious Heidelberg Christmas market in Germany. While there, she meets Lucas, a local artisan who helps her reconnect with her lost heritage. Directed by McLean Nelson, who directed Haul Out the Holly. We will also see the Haul Out the Holly sequel this year that McLean directed, as well as Christmas in Vienna, written by McLean Nelson, who wrote #Xmas. And if you don't know this is for Chris and for Mike. McLean Nelson is affiliated, not really anymore, but with CSE Provo. So
Nito Dorito. Wow.
Nito Dorito.
Okay.
That's us. That's our world of comedy sports. This stars Gina Claire Mason as Heidi Heidelberg, which we know from, she's adorable. Look at her.
Oh my God.
From A Holiday Spectacular. And
that's the one.
Yeah, that's it, man. And Frederic Brazier, we'll say.
Yeah.
As Lucas.
Chris giving some.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we all have already seen the photos that you've sent over, Chris. You get it.
Yeah, he looked cute.
This is their first American film, as far as I know. So,
nice.
I felt this movie was a best of the weekend.
Yes.
It was we have broken ornament plot line. We have a Heidi in the first name.
I see what you're saying, like the best ofs.
Yeah, they like took
not
pieces.
necessarily your best of. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
It was almost like watching an improv. This is that final beat in like in
Right.
Harold.
You're like bing, 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 bing.
And the return, of course, of the Belschnickel.
Stop.
Can't get it on.
I just don't understand why you own that.
That's not Belschnickel.
That's not Belschnickel. That's Oma.
That's Oma.
Yeah.
This guy could be Belschnickel.
Yeah,
Doug. Like
that's
Doug is
Zach
running.
Galifianakis.
So good. Such a
Doug
good
is
scene.
running the shadiest business out of the mailroom.
This broke my heart because we've all done this. Because like the whole
100%,
thing,
100%.
like so this is she's got to ship all of her ornaments over to Heidelberg. And Mike, I have a feeling I know what scene you're going to play if you base off of that photo. We'll see. We'll see. A little Band-Aid on the back of that. So
you're both 0 for 2 for today. But keep going.
I mean, you try and save money, right? And she's got to ship all these ornaments. It's going to cost her an arm and a leg. And this dude, Doug, says, hey, listen, you can use UPS. And she's like, yeah, UPS? Yeah. No, UPS. I don't know what the difference is.
This is a weird
did not work out too well for Heidi Heidelberg.
I feel like he also like that's how he gets drugs into different countries.
Oh, 100%,
he
100%.
runs this shady business where he's like, oh, I want to save some money. I'm going to put some heroin inside your ornaments and we're going to ship it out.
Yeah. I think Doug like immediately turns and we follow him and it's Cocaine Bear. Like just
absolutely.
Yeah. Side movie.
Yeah.
Like speaking of a snowy Christmas, Doug's having the snowiest one of them all.
Let it snow, baby. So
this happens.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Like a vibe that neither of you dug this movie as
no.
much as I did.
I did.
I liked it.
I very much did. You got to see a lot of Germany, and
which was really nice.
I think McLean Nelson does a really good job of showing things without like this is look at that. That's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And
they were there. They shot it there.
Yeah, they did. We got to see a lot of stuff. We got to see this. This was one of the parts I wasn't in love with because it kind of fell off the radar, which was her scavenger hunt.
Oh, sure.
Oma had set for her, and then they kind of bring it back in once she has. She's got to wait around for her ornaments to get there because first they get lost in the mail. So she's waiting around. I did love, and man, what a gift for Hallmark that the German culture is you don't actually have to be at your store and everyone takes care of each other because she was never at her.
The moment that was said there, she was like, oh, all right, I'll see you later.
We're going to see all of Germany. Yeah.
I missed that line. I just remember always thinking no one's manning her booth. That's all I can think of.
The sister of Hottie Boom Body said that to her because she was something that I really enjoyed about this film is that this film happened over essentially 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So these two legit hung out for a month.
Yeah.
And then fell in love.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah, he built and he like worked for it too. He was like always trying to help out and things like that.
He did.
Yeah,
two of the best love stories so far, in my opinion, this Countdown to Christmas have been this, which is probably the longest one in a month. And my absolute favorite, which is the Christmas Con one, the Christmas Santa Summit, where they knew each other for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I love it.
So, love.
Kristin.
Here's something that's also, I don't know if you have a picture of it.
Yes.
We had 2 guest stars.
Oh, we do, my friend. We do.
Instead of a picture, Chris, we have a very blurry video. So
thank God.
There you go. Yeah. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad.
There they are.
That?
Yeah, it's not really zoomed in. But
I just think it's great that because they also shared a video at some point of like them surprising her.
Yeah.
Like the actress. And she was like, what are you doing here? But it's because they have their outbound travel company that they own, which is just like they have all the queers, gays, and such go on these tours together of all these countries and things. And I want to go really badly.
Yeah. So it's John, if you can't see it in the background, Jonathan Bennett and James Vaughn are back there. And they did. They got some sweet cameos. That was fun because all these cameos are always great. We saw Niall Mater last week, but when you do it in a foreign country like that, it's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's pretty neat. Also, okay. We know Kristin does art for the living. So I felt bad. The only thing that
was Adrian's first reaction.
was kind of like,
I know where you're all going.
What? Was when she was like, oh, and started like putting the broken glass pieces down. Like no one has ever done that before.
Yeah.
And also her ornaments were elementary school level.
That's where I was going. That's where I thought you were going right away. Yeah. They were.
Well, I mean, it's just like I feel bad, but like if you're gonna have this person be an artist, a glass blower, she shouldn't paint shit on the glass she's blowing. It should be like choose colors. I watch like what is that? Blown Away, that show on Netflix. Netflix sponsor us, but like those people. They could have just used those. I don't know. I was disappointed in the art.
I agree with you. They could have used something from Blossom Hill. Like that would have been like kind of like. But yeah, it did feel more like, I don't want to say like thrown together, but it kind of felt thrown together.
It did, and like the 12 days of like it just I don't know.
Yeah.
And then what I will say, his woodwork
was great.
That is a skill.
Yeah.
Like, so that's dope. But like, then she made it stupid by putting her mosaic stuff that if those clear ornaments would have broken that were painted, they wouldn't be colored. And that
was
colored glass.
I know.
Colored glass. It was colored glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing I did like is the symbolism of both, they went to the church and you saw the church and he talked about it had been bombed in wars and it's still standing. And that was her after everything broke down. She's still standing. Nice. And also the merging of cultures between America and Germany.
Yeah.
They wanted to do her, what do you do at Christmas time? And they implemented those things like the stocking. They had a tradition where they would stick a wish in the bottom of the stocking. And it was sweet because then that kind of came full circle when his art and her art were able to merge together and become, the art that ultimately they would go on to sell. So
yes, agreed. Like that I did like. I just feel like props.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I agree.
Those I will say that I kept seeing the commercial for this and I was just like, ugh.
I know.
And then I watched it and I was like, I loved it.
Me too. I feel like they've done a great job of cutting them.
Yeah.
Everything Christmas was the same, I think, because I was like, and then I saw it and I was like, this is wonderful, right?
No. That one, I was like, this will be like regular and random. I won't mind it at all. Forget about it. And then it became the most bizarre movie I've ever seen with the creepy alien Santa. Anyway.
The best part is I emailed Kristin and Mike after all this. I'm like, send me your list so we can, keep the rankings going. And I just can't wait.
Might be on the bottom. But this one's close to a lot of our tops.
I think so.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one.
Do you want to know my favorite scene?
Oh my God! Yes.
My favorite scene was, of course, when the American girl goes to the European city on Christmas and meets the guy in the marketplace. So let's take a look at that clip.
You never know what treasures await at the most magical Christmas market of all.
Oh no!
That was last week's movie or 2 weeks ago movie where they went.
Different country, dude. I don't know what that's
very
different countries.
Way different countries.
Unbelievable.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. There's nothing left to do.
There's so much left to do. It's hot guy time.
Hot guy time. That's right, everybody. It's your favorite segment of the evening. Time for some Hallmark Holiday Hunk. Objectification.
We're back.
We're back.
So we got 4 dudes. We got 1 out of 10 heinies. And all the objectifying that our little hearts can handle. And we're starting off strong this week with the ever gorgeous, ever charming Victor Webster.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What is that picture from?
Listen, if you Both of these
goodness.
dudes. I love that this is my job in this podcast is just finding the pictures of these dudes.
I want to see your browser history, man.
No, but the funny thing is I'm doing this and like John is behind me and I'm like, it's for
It's for a thing.
No, you go, which one? And he's like, that one.
That one.
Looks good.
So this is for the delightful character. What is this person's name? David. I'll start and then I'll go down the row.
Okay.
So I, from the beginning, even with the shenanigans of like, I quit here and now I don't like Christmas and blah, 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 I didn't think he was a jerk. So I thought he was lovely. Also, he's just, I mean, look at him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm even talking just plaid shirt smile guy.
Yeah. He's a man.
Lovely.
He's a nice
He's
man.
just, and that whisper of gray gets me every time. And I thought it was really sweet. One of my favorite moments was them on the carriage ride. He was like, let's do it. And then there was the mistletoe and he kissed her hand and I died. I thought that was a really nice touch.
Yeah.
And I just liked the cut of his jib with his dad.
Good jib.
You know? So I'm going to give him a solid 8.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
Nice.
Good.
8.0. Kevin.
Right down the line.
Yep.
Listen, the mistletoe was great because he respected her boundaries, but respected the tradition of Christmas with mistletoe. And he even said that he goes, we gotta complete the circle, basically. Later, mistletoe was able to be a little bit more because they put in the time. I'm not going to sit here and keep talking about it. I'm just going to tell you, I'm giving him a point for every reindeer since this is a reindeer theme, including
Rudolph.
A 9. We got a 9.
Wow, very good. We went on high.
Kevin, you wouldn't even give the man a 10, even though he wished you a happy birthday?
Listen, he did wish me a happy birthday, but he didn't have cake with me. That's my 10.
Gotta set the bar. We got to keep the bar at Heine. Yep. All right. No, I'm totally in line with both of you. I thought he's a nice older gentleman, and I think he showed that gentlemanly character off well. I gave Heine last week an 8.9 because I didn't like his character, but it's Heinz. So I'm going to give this guy an 8.8 right there, right underneath.
Bravo.
High score for you.
Victor, come on the show, would you?
Anytime. You're always welcome.
Very
I love that we say these things like they're watching.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we need the fans to jump on and go, dude.
Oh, God. Can we skip it?
No. First of all, say his name.
Hello. Yeah.
His name is Corey Xavier.
Xavier. Just hello, Chris. Hello.
Hold on. You can also tell how Kristin's going to rate someone based on the photo. Because, like, go back for a moment, Mike, just for a second. I mean, we're talking like
he looks, but like the shirt is tight fitting.
It's tight fitting. He's got some nippage.
Yeah.
Listen, I do not like the cut of his jib. This guy was a dudville.
Ooh.
I feel bad. It's the character, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, ugh. I liked the creepy Santa better. Like, so I'm giving this character a 1.
A 1? Oh God!
Come on,
It
unbelievable.
was boring, and none of my ovaries were jingling. I'm sorry.
He was creepy too. It felt like he was in on it, and that Santa was they were like luring them to a house or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going 2.9. I felt serial killer, like Big Sky.
Yeah, When she went off in the woods with him by herself, I was like, this is about to be a different movie.
I like a good-looking serial killer. I like a guy who can keep a fortune cookie intact in his pocket for days.
True.
I liked him. I had no issue with him. I liked him playing a more positive character. I liked that there was no confrontation. I liked that he did come back even in the beginning. And then at that point, their car was already fixed because Santa fixed it. So, this beard is everywhere. Ugh.
Just what's the score for this guy? Come on.
I was going to go higher than I did, but he left because he did the whole, I run a garage. I got to go home. I can't come and put an ornament on a tree with you. Ultimately, he comes back, but still. So I'm still going to give him a 5.5.
5.5.
Okay.
A long time ago. 5
Hold
points.
on to your loins.
Here it is.
Bum, 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 bum.
The
Let's
next
see.
hottie boom body is our dear friend Drew Walker. Andrew, for the folks at home. Let's start with let's go down and up on these next two. So, Mike, you start.
Yeah, I'm gonna go one. I thought
Interesting. All right, I'll go.
I thought that Andrew Walker and the actor Rachel Skarsten elevated this movie. I did not expect to want to care about this movie, and they did a great job. I thought his character leveled off well and was very nice. Plus, it's Andrew Walker, and what is it? The Bell Schnickel scene. Put it over the top for me. I'm going to give it an 8.7, just one below Mr. Webster, because I like Mr. Webster a little bit better. Yeah. In that character.
So very similarly, I will say this was a hard-earned number because I did not like the character. Again, we're just talking character in the beginning of the movie, first 8 minutes and 45 seconds. And had he stayed true to that and come around, I might have been okay. But because as soon as they hit Christmas Island, it was like this whole role reversal thing. And I was like, what just happened? So I was confused. However, my friendship with Drew is probably also sneaking through in my ultimate number.
Hard not to.
I did like where he ended up.
Yeah.
I also, like Mike, am one below Victor, who I gave a 9. I'm giving Andrew an 8.
Wow. My score just has more nuance to it.
Delightful. Listen, this man wore so much plaid in this. He also wore a really hot Carhartt khaki jacket that got me going.
Yeah.
And then he wore this.
Yeah.
He wore when you get silly, Kristin's bing, bang, 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 bang. It's like one of those, you pull the slot, and if it's good outfits, cute, charming person, silly, it just adds them all up. And guess what he gets?
Ooh.
A 10.
Whoa!
You're saying he schnickled your bells. I get it.
He schnickled my Bell's fingers.
Her Bell's fingers. Bell's fingers. All right. Last up. Oh, but this one got a good reaction too earlier in the show, if you remember, everybody. Yeah. Wow.
Mike, you start.
All right, I'll start. This guy's. I'm feeling you, Chris. I'm feeling you. And I think because he was different than the other guys, you know what I mean? And he came in super. They always come in super genuine, and it's almost too much. Yeah. He was the perfect amount of genuine the entire time. I wasn't gonna go this high, but I'm gonna bump him up over Heine from the week before. We got an 8.9. I'm giving him a 9.1 here. 9.
I get it.
Yeah. I feel it.
This dude was classy, Kevin.
Look at him biting his tongue.
Listen, I'm going to raise mine based on that just a little bit, but I liked him a lot. The first time we saw him, he was being helpful to Heidi with the bike and helping her with her luggage. Did not know her, and playfully kind of made fun of the fact that she didn't speak German because she was speaking German, but he said, why did that cab driver drop you off where he did? Be honest. And it was just cutesy and stuff. I like his family dynamic. He loves his family. He's, taking over the family business. I don't like that he didn't see himself as an artist when clearly his art was amazing.
Yeah.
So he's got a personal journey ahead of him.
Yeah.
For certain. Yeah. But I was an 8. I'm going to go to an 8.1 to Matt.
There we go.
Good stuff.
There we go.
Listen, I was not prepared for this because once again, these commercials make these people because they edit together and they make them sound so dumb. This man never sounded dumb. Oh my God, I was not ready for this. And I might have to watch German movies now because I want to watch this man do other things. I just thought I thought it was the sweetest character. Listen, people might disagree with me, but I think he's really hot. I think he's really sexy. Look, he had a whisper of a beard. 9.7.
Whoa! Circling of the bells.
Very nice. Very nice.
I while I was watching the movie, I was Googling him.
Sure. I wasn't sure.
Googling him.
Pretty solid.
Googling him. Well, everybody, Objectification.
man. If you want to tell us what you thought of us, these movies, these hot guys, you can email us at remarktheshow@gmail.com. You can follow us on the Instagram and the Facebook at Remark the Show. I do want to plug something from my dear friend Kristin Finger.
What is it?
He is back with the show Hallmarkable.
Woo!
What's the scheduling looking like on this one, Chris?
So it's Fridays at 8:00 beginning Black Friday.
Okay.
And then there are 2 Saturday matinees in December.
Oh,
and this cast is hot. And
all 10s.
I'm just all 10s. I'm just so excited. This is such a fun show. If you love Hallmark and you're in the Philadelphia area, please come see these actors perform these tropes that we love and hate.
You can find tickets at comedysportsphilly.com. Comedy sports with a Z.
Yeah.
Check that out. It was so good last year. I saw the Prince show. It was
oh my god, we did a royal one. Yeah. So if you come, we are BYOB, and a whole group last year brought a whole bunch of Hallmark wine and like make it a night. It's so fun.
Nice.
And as we all know, Kristin loves Hallmark wine, and nothing bad has ever happened with her drinking an entire bottle one night. Why would you do that?
Never again.
Yeah. So next week, we will be watching a world record Christmas on Thursday, Navigating Christmas on Friday, a Merry Scottish Christmas, which is the Party of Five reunion.
Party of Five
on Saturday, and dear friend of the show, Julie Sherman Wolf, who wrote Holiday Hotline. That is Sunday, November 19th. I can't wait for all of these. Some more than others, but
some more than others. But
some more than others.
I am hopeful. Hopeful in my heart.
Yep. So,
can you believe it? What? We're still doing this thing.
4 weeks, baby. We still don't have it ended.
It's not even Thanksgiving. Goodbye.
It's been a long, exhausting day. Your troubles just won't go